Do you doubt that Chinese automakers have learned how to make trucks as good as Europeans? Do you think that they have nothing to offer instead of European, Japanese and American manufacturers who left the Russian market? So, since last year, a hurricane of Chinese trucks of various brands has hit the Russian truck market. What are they? I will tell you about one such truck tractor. It is called Shacman X6000. One cannot but agree that this Shacman X6000 looks very stylish. In addition, it is offered in quite unusual, one might even say catchy colors, including in such a juicy green color, which is sometimes also called lime. But in the parking lot of the dealer were the same tractors in rich blue colors. But it is not the color that is important to us, but the technical equipment. Because this Shacman is the most powerful version in the line of tractors of this model. Let's raise the cab and see which engine is installed in the engine compartment. This is a YK inline 6-cylinder diesel engine, well known to Russian carriers, with a working volume of 12.5 liters, developing 480 horsepower. Not weak. An automated gearbox is aggregated with the engine, and the most modern in Europe, the famous CF Trixon. If you go into the cockpit, the height of the cabin is striking. When you stand in it at full height, then even a tall person still has about 20-25 centimeters above his head. The height of the cabin here is maximum. Not surprisingly, sleeping places can be very comfortable. At the head of the lower shelf there is a multi-button comfort unit with an adjustable lamp and independent heater control. But the one who sits on the top shelf has none of this. There is only a small pocket on the side wall. Let's see what's under the bottom shelf. Competitors have either a hefty drawer or a pull-out refrigerator, and here two tiers are made. At the top there is a very spacious retractable glove box, and under it is a refrigerator with a capacity of 20 liters. But not retractable, but with an opening door. Naturally, it is possible to adjust the temperature of the refrigerator. Above each of the cabin doors, one deep pocket is made. The large internal height of the cabin made it possible to place very roomy front storage boxes above the windshield. There are 3 of them, and under them there are also open storage shelves. Now let's get acquainted with the driver's workplace. To the right of the seat are 2 levers. One is the parking brake, the other is the trailer brake. The steering wheel is made multifunctional, that is, with control buttons on its 2 sides. The buttons on the left are for controlling the multimedia system, radio and mobile phone. Behind the wheel, steering column switch with light control and windshield washer. Those buttons on the steering wheel on the right are controls for the cruise control system. Behind them is a very important lever. With its help, the driver controls the automatic transmission and the transmission brake with 3 modes of braking intensity. To the right of the steering wheel we see the buttons for turning on the inter-wheel differential lock, rear lighting, and power takeoff, and below, to the left, this is the suspension height control button. The center console has a 10-inch touchscreen monitor. By touching it, you can control, for example, the radio, selecting the desired radio stations, or you can display detailed instructions for the tractor on the screen. This manual describes in detail which button is responsible for what, and there is a lot of other useful information. Even on the same monitor, for example, the adjustment of the airflow intensity setting is reflected. Under the monitor, behind an inconspicuous cover, there are, firstly, a slot for a SIM card for remote data exchange, and secondly, a USB port, which, unfortunately, is the only one on the entire extensive front panel. In addition to the already mentioned, 2 small vertical niches are made on the center console, one above the other, where you can put, say, a mobile phone. There is a cigarette lighter that can also be used to charge gadgets, and there is a small pull-up stowage shelf for all sorts of small things. There is a small surprise hidden on the right side of the front panel. We lift the lid, and under it a folding table is found. It is very convenient if you need to fill out any documents. But that's not all the surprises. The right seat cushion can be raised. Why is this done? Apparently, to ensure the free passage of the driver to the right door. How is the steering column adjusted? From below, under the left foot, either a button or a pedal, we press it with our foot, and after that we can adjust the steering wheel in terms of tilt and reach. In both cases, the adjustments have a large range, so the steering column can be adjusted very conveniently. The driver's seat of this tractor is made on air suspension. It has a heating system, and the number of adjustment positions is 13. That's a lot. Once again, I draw your attention to the fact that Shacman X6000 is in no way inferior to modern European tractors in terms of its design and equipment. As I said, it has a very modern ZF-Trixon automatic transmission, a modern engine with almost 1,000 horsepower, which meets the latest environmental requirements. The cabin is as spacious as possible, with an interior made of good materials, made with high quality. It has an independent heater. The rear suspension is pneumatic, with an electronic control system. Shacman X6000 has power mirrors and power windows, and there is a complete set of all necessary security systems. There is even a circular video review. When the tractor is moving backward, a view of the tractor from above is displayed on the monitor. As a result, you can control the entire surrounding space. The Shacman X6000 comes standard with anti-lock braking system, traction control, stability control and brake force distribution, adaptive cruise control, tire pressure monitoring, lane control, rain sensor, light sensor and collision warning system. There is a heating of the fuel intake and fuel filter. Even the rims, and those are made of light alloy. The Shacman X6000 has everything that European-made trucks have.